systems, which I'll describe briefly in a few seconds. But anyway, our premise at Xergy is that controlling the movement of ions and molecules through nanoscale channels, ionic channels, offers revolutionary pathways for solving problems, and therefore a whole new range of new products, home energy, industrial, and sensing products can be developed based on these materials. And our vision is to become what Intel has become for electronics, in sort of the world of ionics. We call it integrated ionics, and to create these high-value, high eco-impact products based on this technology. And the inherent problem is that ion exchange materials are weak, and they need to be reinforced in order to have functional utility, and that's what we do. And so we package these ionic materials and we make great products for them. And these ion exchange materials have two core properties. One of them is that they conduct ions, cation, anion, but they also could transport polar molecules across them. And we've received, if you will, grants to support this activity. Our core value proposition at Xergy is that we can take these very exotic ionic materials and use less of them because we make very thin structures. But by making thin structures, we actually produce high performance products, and that's fundamentally our value proposition. And it's sort of a revolution in value creation because we use less materials that do more work, more useful work, and provide higher performance. So we make these ultra thin, ultra strong, ultra high performance materials, and that's our core competence. So let me go back quickly. So our magic, if you will, is that we can customize these ion exchange materials for applications. No one else can do that. Everybody else that's in this space is married to one chemistry. We actually have a variety, can take any chemistry and package it and turn it into useful systems and products. And we have, I think, close to 85 patents right now in the process. So the validation, if you will, of this technology came through, well, back in 2008, 2009, I was holding my head and my real estate business wasn't going very well. Other things, you know, there was a national crisis, banking crisis, if you will, going on. And I had all these ideas from the time when I worked at Gore, but I hadn't really explored them because I couldn't. And me and a friend of mine, we submitted one of these ideas to the GE Eco-Imagination competition. And a year later, I found myself in New York with the award, with the Eco-Imagination Award. And we became, if you will, partner with GE Appliances through this journey of commercializing our products and our technologies. And then a couple of years ago, GE Appliances got sold to Haier in China, which is the world's largest appliance company. And so we've been working now with Haier for the last two years to we have a whole number of projects with them. And then we've also gotten a lot of awards from the DOE in the process of commercializing this technology, which really, when we won the GE Eco-Imagination competition, was just an idea in the back of an envelope. It wasn't much more than that back 5-6 years ago. So there's a whole bunch of different products that can be produced for homes and cars and ships and industrial applications, and I'm going to focus primarily on products for the home, products that are publicly disclosed through the work that we've been doing with GE and now Haier. So these are examples of the products. I won't belabor you with this slide. I think the next slide is probably one that I should dwell on just a little bit. So the first product, one of the products that we're working on is an ionic liquid desiccating system using ionic liquids and ionic membranes. And so these ionic liquid desiccant systems are used with existing HVAC systems. And they absorb water vapor on one side, on the cool side, and then regenerate on the hot side, on the condenser side of the HVAC system. And basically they split the sensible load from the latent load on HVAC systems, which is a huge energy savings, about 20%. And we're busy building these systems and commercializing them. Another product that our membranes are used in are energy recovery modulators, ERVs. Are people familiar with ERVs? I'm guessing some of the folks in the energy assessment business are, but it's an existing product line, but we have a more advanced membrane for these ERV systems. But in essence, what they do is they utilize the energy that's contained inside a building, inside the air inside the building, and exchange that with air that's coming in from outside the building, and you can recapture some of that energy through the RV system. Another product that we make is a direct ozonation system. Now there are ozonation systems based on corona discharge, but we actually have an electrochemical ozonation technology that puts ozone directly in water. And it's a really nice, neat, small device. It can be right inside the back of a washing machine or a dishwasher. The beauty of this is you don't need soap. You can provide disinfected water, and you don't need hot water. You can wash clothes and wash dishes with a direct ozonation system, and it works beautifully. And it's one of our very exciting products. Another product, home appliance that uses Xergy technology. That, of course, you guys are, I'm sure, familiar with hybrid hot water heaters. In the U.S., they haven't really taken off as a product line. But in China, they sell over 1 million of these. And they save over 60% of the energy that it takes to heat water. It's a great product. And one of the reasons why it hasn't taken off in the United States is because they make a lot of noise. They use heat pumps. And people don't want them in their bathrooms or in their closets. You know, people hide them in their garages or in the basements or whatever. Those people that have bought these units. And there have been subsidies, there's been a lot of support for pushing these hybrid hot water heaters. But with our technology, with the Xergy heat pump, electrochemical heat pump, the systems, it's a solid state heat pump. They're noiseless and they work more efficiently, about 20% more efficiently than current systems. And so we think that we can change the picture, or change the equation, if you will, on hot water, hybrid hot water heaters, and maybe get them back into the picture in the United States. Another technology that we're working on, very excited about, are occupancy sensors. And a lot of you may know that there are CO2 sensors out there. They work on infrared and they're very expensive. But the occupancy sensor that we're working on, the solid state sensor, is a very low-cost, simple device that can go into every room. And I think that with sort of the emergence of smart homes, these occupancy sensors, once they're commercialized, could have a massive impact on actually putting the energy, putting the heating and cooling where it needs to be in a building, instead of cooling this whole structure, just putting that heating and cooling right where people are, and that could be a huge energy savings. And finally, with our humidity and oxygen control systems, we've been able to transform refrigeration in that way. You know, when you reduce a little bit of oxygen in the refrigerator, you can extend the life of food from 3 days to multi-weeks just by reducing the oxidation levels. So really, I think with a lot of these appliances, if we're successful with just 2 or 3 of them, I think we can have almost a massive effect on HVAC energy use globally, maybe as much as a 50% savings as our products are introduced into the market. So just quickly, we've done all this with our own cash. We have no VC money. And a lot of it's come really through government grants and support. I mean, we've been very serious about getting this money and commercializing these products, you know, and using taxpayer funds to be able to innovate. And a lot of it, of course, comes down to creativity. At the heart of all this is your ability to come up with neat ideas, great ideas that you can execute on. We've done this with a lot of support, both you know, with good folks inside and outside. University of Delaware has been tremendous. There's some amazing people working there that have partnered with us, Dr. Yushan Yan, Dr. AJ Prasad, and we're very proud to be part of the state, part of the technology infrastructure of the state that's really helped us grow as a company. And last thing, my last slide, is that in going to Korea, I once went by this massive steel mill, Pohang Steel, that makes all the steel for Hyundai cars, and they had this big sign right at the entrance under the gate that said, "Resources are limited, but creativity is unlimited." And that's really our mantra at Xergy. We try to utilize our creativity, knowing that we have limited resources as a small company, and we've been able to innovate and work with our partners and get a lot of great products developed. And hopefully we'll be able to address the resource scarcity issue globally, which I talked about. And I hope that that's some inspiration for other people to do the same thing. for us to make a big positive change. Thank you.